There we go. Right then, so magnets and bookmarks. Okay, so I've got stuff like this. This is part from a box. Okay, that's where I've made that one from. Okay, I'm just dropping glue on the dog. Don't worry about it. Right, that's a perfect size. Okay, like that. So what I'm going to do is show you how I will show you in the video how I make this as well. I'm going to add that to my thing. Right, okay, so I'm going to just make sure there's no lips. You know, like when you've cut this off, there's little lips on there. And I'm going to make that a bit thinner, okay? About 1.5 inches is seems to be about right. But you can make these different sizes. If you've got things like this on, you can just cover it up, really. Right, so now I'm going to cut that to 1.5. I often do 1.25 inches. So there, like that, there. Right, that should be, yeah, I think that's fine. Just checking the edges. Okay, so now we've got this. And I would just half it, okay, so I can either do it that way or that way, but no, I would say that bit there, unless you can peel it off, would be the bit you decorate. Okay, like this. Bone folder it, yeah, like that. If you've got a pair of scissors, if you ain't got this, you've got a pair, not those, I think they're a bit soft, but some of the scissors will brush some of the scissors down it, that will help. Right, okay, I think that's very, if I can do it backwards, it's not bending over. Yeah, like that. There's loads of stuff on my desk. Okay, I've been looking at what I'm doing. Right, okay, so yeah, look. So I've got adhesive magnet here, okay, ignore that. Well, that's going to go on the inside, actually, the adhesive magnet. Right, this is actually very thin. It's like 0.5 millimetre, which is absolutely minute. Okay, so I'm thinking, let's try this idea. I'm going to try and cut that. I'm only cutting one out, and I'm not cutting all the way to the top. Okay. Get off, dear, get off. I'll be able to get the other bit out of there. Okay, so I'm cutting it like, I'm not cutting it with a cutter, there's a reason, because it seems to slip. Okay, is that gonna, right, so you want 2 pieces of magnet, one for one side and one for the other. One will be going on here like this, and the other one be going on there like that. But right, okay, so there's a thing that happens. Okay, I'm not sure if that's, oh, it does, it flops. But if you put it that way around, will it flop? Oh, it does. Oh, even stronger. Yeah, so it's worth doing it both ways. I don't know if that's going to be, oh, it is, it's exactly the right size, I think. Yeah, so that flopped amazingly. That's great. So it's worth trying both sides. If you noticed, what I did was have it one side, then I turned the magnet over 180 degrees. Okay, I'm going to put one on. I'm going to put one on one side of this, okay, like this. Okay, oops. Do not. I'm not going to, yeah, that should be okay. that right? See if I can cut that bit off. Is that cutting the cardboard as well? No. That's good then. Now what I'd do now, perhaps I would actually put this on the other side, then cut it, just in case. So just fold it over like that, and then cut the bits off. You can, there's other ways of doing this. Right, I'll tell you some other tips as well, some amazing tips. If you're making a big, you can make a size you like. But if you're making an absolutely huge one, long one, huge one, probably twice the size of that, something, do not put a magnet on the whole lot. I would just put the magnet on the small bit. Okay, at the bottom there. Just do it like exactly the same as I did there. Put magnet on one bit and then put the magnet on top to make sure it flops beautifully like that did. And just then turn it around the other way and make sure it might even flop better like that. So put a little bit of magnet about, say, that size on something as huge as that. And imagine that's double. Okay, let's do something a little bit better than that. Right, if I've got, and so you can make these magnets what size you like. Imagine you've got a magnet that's that big. You've folded it in half like this. Okay, I mean this is paper but not card, so I wouldn't make a magnet out of that. If you want, don't put a whole magnet on one side, on both sides, because it will be really heavy on the pages. So on a book, say you're using it in a book, just put a little bit of magnet at the bottom there. So even something like that, okay, something like that, but to there would be perfectly adequate. And then put the magnet on the other side of the magnet on the other side and fold it like I've just showed you, and that will work absolutely wonderfully. Okay, let's just trying to get rid of these few bits. Yeah, and then I don't think that looks neat. But you can, I like it when the magnet goes to the very end. If you notice, you can actually cut the whole lot with scissors. Right, so that's fine. Okay, that looks absolutely wonderful. So what paper am I using to cover this? I mean, you could put the paper on first, then the magnet if you want. I've done it the wrong way around, really. Okay, let's have a look what I've got here. This is some gel press. Okay, so here I have gel press. Okay, and yeah, so I can put that on there. That'd be absolutely fine. I'm going to use some collage, what I call collage glue. I did use the other glue. I've used the other glue before. It just, stick glue doesn't do it. I don't know if this will, but this is thin paper. This is that kids paper I use. Yeah. And what I've used it on it is foam stamps, rubber stamps, things like that. Foam stamps that I've made, rubber stamps. Okay, so that will go on there nicely. Okay, I haven't stuck it down properly. I'll do that in a minute. Let's do this. Why am I over there? I should be over in the middle. Yeah, you can do it decorated how you like, but this is just an idea, okay, yeah. Yeah, you can decorate it. There's loads of, there's millions of ways you could decorate these. You can even use a Cricut thing, but I don't like them. They don't look very arty. I think I like to be a bit more creative. Oh, there's loads of ladies. Loads and loads of ladies who said some nice things on my channel. And I've got a list. And I've written some of you down. Obviously Marcia. Marcia is the person who comments absolutely the most. I've only put your first names, I think. But if you've commented as well, you can take it as you. That's fine. Right, so you've got Marcia. I've got Xylia. It's an amazing name, that is. She said she's it's a Greek name. It's amazing, isn't it? There's Lena, Lou, Millie, Yvonne. Now I know yours is a channel, but I think it comes up as Yvonne. So that's Bean, something with Bean in it. Christy and Valerie. Okay, you've all said some nice things. There's more than that. There is definitely more than that. Yeah, there's definitely more than that. So if you said a nice comment, yeah. But I've been looking at all the comments I've had on my most recent videos. That's what I'm doing. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to show you how to make my bookmark word in a minute. I've already showed you what it looks like. I've actually filmed it previously. And it's absolutely tiny words, so you don't have to do it that small. Okay, you don't have to do it small. The good thing about this glue is this, even though it's expensive, they're more expensive than stick glue, it's more expensive than art glitter glue, but it's less expensive than the Dina Wakley Ranger Collage Medium. Yeah, see, it's amazing, isn't it? Right, so what I'm going to do now is hopefully that will dry, but first of all I'm going to cut off the corners. I'm going to cut off the corners, okay, like this. You can round the corners, I'm sure you could. I never tried rounding the corners, but rounding the corners using a something heavy duty like one of these might do it. I haven't tried it, but I think it might do it. Might do if you're doing the magnet to the edge like this. Okay. It makes it very arty. I'm not a machine, you know. So if that's not going to be straight, that's fine. I'm not a machine. You're not a machine. Right. So now I'm going to make the bookmark for you. I think I'm going to put the bookmark word here. I've got the scissors. Yeah, the scissors are there. Okay. Right. So people who've seen me do this before, you might want to watch again. There might be some tips I might tell you, but if you're really, really confident, obviously you can skip this bit, because I know there's lots of people who are well and truly versed in making foam stamps. Do you know what? I've got about 1 million pens, but I've got to use one of these. Yeah. Right. So when you're when you're using lettering with foam stamps, you do not have to do it backwards. Okay, but you have to stick it on backwards. I mean, you don't have to write it backwards. I'm going to write a very tiny, and I'm doing it all in capitals. What have I done that for? It's supposed to be like bubble writing, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, you don't have to do the holes. When you're doing it, when you're doing tiny, tiny writing like this, you don't have to make the holes in the letters. Okay, so now I'm going to cut out letters. Right, somebody, what's the name on it? Jackie thing, Nettleship. Is it Jackie? Yes, the last name's Nettleship. I'm always mentioning her. I think it's Jackie. I can't remember. But, yeah, on camera, I can't remember these things. Right. So what you would do now. Right, so what do you do when you're getting this? And I'm using this foam. I'll tell you why I'm using the foam this time. Okay, in a minute when I do it. Okay. Right, so I'm going to cut these out. Okay, I'm using... yes, I am actually using it like that because I'm going to make 2 holes there. Oh, I've got some new holes. Oh, I could use those. Right, let's. Or you could cut. What you could do is actually cut them out like that, and it's very. You can use tweezers to hold them. It's be a bit. These are very fiddly for old lady fingers like me. Right. For young lady fingers or your child, yeah, you're very lucky. My my great aunt used to call me Nimble Fingers. And she was, how old was she when she used to look after me? I have no idea. Yeah, so I would say, okay, things like that. I'm using that as well, using that for the thing. So when you've done that, instead of trying to cut holes in it, which I would do if it's slightly bigger, just poke your pen in. Or an awl, yeah, awl will do. And do remember, actually I'm going to put it through the other side. Yeah. Do remember that that is not the side you're going to do it right. So make sure that's the back. It's going through the thing. Right. Okay, that's quite a good got to be, there should be an R somewhere. Let's turn it over. Oh, no, A, yeah. Turn over, dear. You're so little. Right, and then an A. Right, pull that up. Yeah, I think that's it. Right, okay, so we'll remove all the bits that doesn't belong. Right, that is absolutely tiny. They are the tiniest letters I think I've ever done. Even off video. Right, okay, so if you've got some of this packaging, that's amazing. If you haven't got this packaging, you can use card. You could even use a bit of that, but you would definitely have to press each part down. With this, I'm hoping you don't have to. It's a bit easier. Right, and if you're using card, I would suggest, especially if you're using corrugated cardboard, using a bit of this underneath it, so you would glue these onto there. I've seen people use it without. I'm thinking, please don't do that. So, because if you're using corrugated cardboard, remember it's bumpy inside, and there might be bits where there's bending. That will not let you, won't be able to print. And then you've done all these tiny letters and you'd have to do them again. Right, luckily on this it will actually, I've got loads of this, you know. What did I get it with? I got something the other day and I thought, wow, they've given me loads of this stuff and I don't even use it anymore. But I thought to myself, yes, I'm going to use it because I'm going to use it on this project. Let's put this. Okay, so remember you have to put them backwards here. We can write them forwards, but put them backwards here. Okay, I'm hoping that's going to be big enough. Right, it doesn't matter about the O's, does it? That's the only, probably the only ones. Is that the only? Yeah, and the A. Doesn't really matter about the O's and the A. Alright, okay, so not gonna look absolutely perfect. It don't matter which K I use. I think that was the original K for that area, but never mind. Right, so I'm going to try and get it as straight as possible. I like to put them close together, fairly close together. Okay, the M doesn't matter either. That doesn't matter which way round that is. The A doesn't matter. That is round probably the way I did it actually. Let's get that M. Come on, dear, M. That's it. M-A. I'm always aware of my nails. I'm thinking, oh, well, my nails have got bits all over because I'm always crafting, so it's like left over. And that is so thick at the edge there. It's not dip. It doesn't dip at the edge there. Right, so let's get this round. Okay, another tut there from me because it was caught on something. Right, okay. Oh, come on. Right, so I'm going to move them down and using this edge as my guide because I want them straight, because you can't see what you're doing when you're using this foam. When you're using acetate you can see. Oh, it's so tiny. I'm hoping it works. Right, there's going to be big scissors. Right, so I'm going to cut this off. So tiny. I mean, it should work. I'm using usual glue. You don't really need it. You can use a handle with these. I mean, especially with the acetate, you need a handle because you can't even see. Not book the right way around, but that's the actual way it's going to be printed. It looks like so you could put it upside down, yeah. So make sure you have that. All these letters are back to front. Well, I tell you what aren't. The O's, the M, the A. Everything else is back to front. Okay, just remember that. I have had ladies, even I, yes. I'm thinking, when I print it, I'm thinking, what have I done? Right, is this normal paper? Yeah, that's normal paper. I'm going to just have a go at printing on that. Okay, so let's see what we've got in my pencil case. Pencil case, yeah, it's my actual thingy case for my stuff. Blue, what else have we got? Blue, pink, green. Have I not got a brown? Is that the brown? Oh, that's it. That's the one I like. The brown. I like the brown. Right, so let's try and do it professional. This is the professional way. Now, the reason is the people do it like this is so they can see how much ink's on there. But I've seen most people tend to do it like that. I call that semi-professional. Yeah, even the professionals, yeah. I don't know about I think the professional ones who do the actual rubber stamp, the rubber stamp professionals will do it like this. Right, let's see how this prints. Even if it's wet, you can print it, but you just have to check. Oh no, is everything going to come off now? Yeah, I told you, look. So you got to make sure it all goes back into place like that, and that prints perfectly. The only thing is, I'm getting that. It doesn't really matter because of the design of my. I'll lift the top off my pen. The design of my. Just cutting off that corner. Okay. The design of my bookmark is, it's got that on it already. It's got lots of that brown on. That's the one I've used. Okay, I don't want to leave. I think I'm going to leave that a minute to dry a bit because that's just going to, it's going to come up again, isn't it? Okay, yeah, and I just realised something. When I was actually cutting it out, I think, leave it on. If it's this tiny, you can, if it's this tiny, you can leave it on. When you're cutting the letters out, leave it on the row, because then you can hold it and then cut the letters out. But the younger people might be able to do it, yeah. Right, okay. But that is a good tip. So, right, that's the word bookmark that I've just made for you. Okay, I know I've just inserted the video of it. Okay, so this is, and I've probably demoed it, and then I've showed you that, yeah, I'm going to put it on some paper. Okay, I'll put it on there. Well, it's upside down. Don't really matter, does it? But this looks so amazing with this. So if you've been printing with foam stamps or rubber stamps or lino stamps that we made recently as well, putting that on does look amazing. So I'm printing it with the same colour. Yeah, but you can do it like you print brightly. I would do bright colours and all sorts, because this is very, yeah, we've got bits of magnet and whatever else joining in, aren't we? Yeah, see that how good that goes, and that could be Mod Podge as well. Mod Podge would do that easily. Okay, so I'm going to have to wait a minute while it dries. Let's have a look at the ones I've done. So I've got these butterflies. Okay, I've got those. That's the same size, isn't it? Yeah, because I've used the same box for that, that's why. Yeah, I've used the same box. You could also ink it up around the edges if you like. Never showed that one on the other one. Never did it on that one. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that shouldn't be long drying. It's acrylic medium, so it shouldn't be long drying. Right, so you can, yeah, you don't have to have nails. You can just do it like that, lot. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Have they got to have nails to be able to do it like that? See, I've done it to the edge, right to the edge. Cut it right to the edge. You don't have to do that. You can put a little bit of magnet on each side like that as well, and do it like that, and it will work. Or you can use those other magnets, those round ones. I've seen somebody use those on a Christmas card one on the internet as well, so that's another way of doing them. Okay, there's one with the, oh, I've got those flowers, haven't I? I wonder if that would be any good. I don't know, where's it going to, yeah, I'll put the bookmark on there. I've got these. I'd only get 2 on, couldn't I though? I don't know if they go too well. Let's try one with a squirrel or something. Oh, cute. He's got his little, he's eating his nuts. There we go. There's another one. There's a hedgehog, but I think that's going to be too big. Unless you did it down like that. That looks alright like that, but bookmark, you want something like that. I've got these coloured butterflies. I've also got leaves, which I've used on those. I don't know, they look a bit bright, don't they? I don't care about them being bright. I think I ought to use them. Yeah. So I'll try and make them. I think I ought to put that on there. That don't look too bad, does it? So they're subtle. I've also got a mini word there as well. I'll show you my mini words in a minute. Okay, let's do this. Let's get... I'm looking for the brush. Oh, it's there. I might use those brightly coloured ones, why not? Yeah. It doesn't matter. I know that wasn't one. That's the bottom. I think the this one was at the top, wasn't it? Never mind. See if I can get that like that, and I'm going to put some over the top. This is translucent, you see, so it won't. Yeah. I noticed a lady called Sean Petit, she uses that, yeah. She's a artist. Right. Oh, what's this one say? Oh, patience. Patience doing what? I don't know. Oh, they're bigger. I think these are slightly bigger. Learn. That's to do with books, isn't it? I don't know if it'll... wonder if you could put like the book... Where's the word bookmark? There. Perhaps down the side. Joy, patience, pride, plenty. Dreams. Now, journal. I thought dream on that one, but there's a different word there, dreams. Ooh, if it would go down there. I've got to find my little one. Where's my little scissors? There they are. Stay there. Oh, this one's going to be hard to do. Yeah, things tend to join in. Excuse me, y'all. Right, I'm thinking about putting that there. Yeah, I think it goes. I've made it a bit more jazzy, really, until I'm putting the colours on. It's saying you're doing that, you can do how you like. I mean, somebody might like that one. There we go. There you go. Yeah. So I'm thinking my daughter loves butterflies. She doesn't like the real butterflies, but she doesn't like them flying around her. Some of my sons don't like moths. Yeah, it's amazing. Right. Right. So things like that shows up probably more than that. I don't know. I do like the sort of like the colours they go with this. But then I've done that. I wonder whether to use a bright colour around the edge or something. Although I've already put some brown around the edge, I'm thinking, can I subtly put some purple around the edge? It's not even working. Hold on. Yeah, it's now at the top. Yeah, when this dries, I think it would. Oh, that's better. Yeah, I can see that. I was thinking about using a pen, but it's not dry. I was thinking about putting faux stitches on. You could do that as well. But Nouveau drops, you could put Nouveau drops on that. They would look nice as well. And when they're dry, obviously don't put your fingers all over them. Yeah, like I do. Yeah. What should you have? You should have patience. That's attached to that one. You should have patience. Yeah, patience. Right, so amazing, isn't it? That, love that. I might put purple around the edge. Just to be awkward. Yeah, and around the edge. That works a lot better. Yeah, and hopefully that will inspire you to put what colour you like around the edge. Yeah. Okay, and you might not like, I don't know. People do tend to watch me, do like brights. So they're bright, they're autumn, summery, but it doesn't matter because they're any time of the year really, aren't they? And just make sure that when you put the magnet on, make sure it goes that. And when you put it over the page, let's use this. Let's see how thick you can go. This is 4 times as thick as a normal page. See if it'll, yeah. Perfect. Yeah, so that would be absolutely amazing. So I'm not using my nails, I'm just doing it like that. And that should do it as well. Just make sure it does that. And yeah. That bigger one I think would easily fit on there. It's just that I decided to do small. As small as I could. Okay, so if you like my content today, please give me a thumbs up. That'd be absolutely amazing. And subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Thank you so much. And I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.